Okay, look, first of all, I want to say hello to everyone. I know I have been missing in action. I have. I've had a lot going on. I've had hip surgery, I've had knee surgery. I have just been doing a total healing. I have, been on this health journey for the past 2 years now. I started intermittent fasting 2 years ago, and it has just been, oh my God, it was the best thing I could have ever done for myself. And so from there, that just wasn't enough. I had already kind of pretty much, I started to try to do, plant-based, pulling away from meat back then, but I just wasn't ready. I'm just gonna be honest. I love me some lobster tails. I every now and then I got to have me some real bacon. It's just certain things that I didn't eat all the time, but I kind of wanted some. And so now that I have so much going on, so many things that has just kind of taken place since I've started this journey, and I just think it's just my body is just healing itself. And it takes time for things to get to where they need to be. It's gonna take just as much time to get out of it as it did to get in it. It's easy to eat some stuff and eat a lot of that stuff all them years that you should have been eating. And so then later on down the years, you find out that those things were not healthy. The doctors are not going to tell you that. They're not going to give you no information that you really need to, live a healthy life. They want us to come in. That's how they get rich. That's how they make their money off sick people. And so they're not going to tell us. They got this little plan that we should do, this three, what you call the little plan that they, started back when you're young about what you should eat, you shouldn't eat, and all that, and how much, and just about everything on their list we should not be eating, guys, to be honest with you. And so meat is one. And so I've been doing plant-based now, no meat, just everything, just vegetables, fruit, just no meat at all. And I don't even want it. That's the good part about it. And that is what's going to make this journey successful. It's because I want it so bad. I don't want to die. I have several things going on. I'm gonna name a few. I had died, where they said I had stage two, um, but I now I don't. I'm just gonna say that I had started by controlling by diet, and then eventually just staying consistent with eating the right things. Just now I'm not you know, um, in the range of it. So I still treat myself as if I do. I don't eat a lot of fried foods, but I do every now and then eat. When I say fried foods, I ain't talking about fried chicken or nothing like that. I found other things that I could eat to kind of, soothe that craving of wanting something fried. And I do the, in substitution of that fried chicken, I would use, I got this new recipe with some artichokes. I've never liked artichoke. Just some people can eat it just plain and put it on pizza and all that. No, I cannot. I tried, but I found a recipe that the hearts, that's already, I bought by the Kroger's in the bag, and you just take it out, let it drain all the water off, and then put some egg, batter it with egg, and then you have your little flour mix, whatever that is. I use flaxseed, um, because it's like a flour base, and you fry it and it's just so good. And then sometimes I use regular flour too, but I use almond flour. And man, you're talking about some good stuff. I'm gonna have to fry some so I can show you guys what it looked like, the process of it. And but man, you have to really do it yourself to really know that stuff is good. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't think artichoke could taste like this. So I have been trying and experimenting, just exploring new things. We can eat all those vegetables same, but I don't want to eat them the same old way because they get boring. And then, you know, you get burnt out. That's how you get burnt out, like macaroni cheese, that all that kind of stuff. Just, it doesn't. I don't really like it like that. So, I only eat that if I crave it or something. That's not often. So I use substitutions like in the place of macaroni cheese. You can use yellow squash. It is good for it tastes almost like eating macaroni cheese in a mashed type way. But it is delicious. You just have to be creative, and I am doing that. I've been going to different restaurants and I don't eat out much, but like when I go out with some of my associates or clients or whatever, I want some good plant-based or some good vegetables that are just seasoned good, and make you say I want that, and blah blah blah. But I've been disappointed a lot going into these restaurants, and especially some of these restaurants that say that that's what they are and the food is like, I'm like, what is this? So anyway, I'm being creative and I'm doing my own thing in my own home, in my own kitchen. And I have tons of, cookbooks that can help me. And some things you can cook that do require meat. And if you really like it, you can cook it without the meat. And that make it just as, it turns out just as good. I've done that a few times on some dishes that I really like. And so just take the meat out and still be able to enjoy the dish. And so just doing the things I need to do. But I have the fibromyalgia. I have it's called thalassemia. It is a blood disease. It is genetic. It was, I'm not sure if anybody else has it that's my biological people family, but I know I have it and had a long time. Should never had kids. All of that. They just ran it all down and just blown away by I'm still here and I shouldn't be here. And I was never supposed to have kids, and that was it's just it was a battle down through the years trying to figure out. And for a long time I knew something was wrong, and I tried to get them to help me figure out, but they didn't. Everybody think you crazy. It was all in your mind, blah blah blah. And so down through the years, a few years ago, we found out what everything was, and it was like, okay, she's not crazy. These things really are going on with her. But being in foster care, in and out of the system, and just around people that were not just really paying attention to my well-being, it just made it challenging for me. And if I had known a lot of things early, I just think that it wouldn't have been as bad for me now or wouldn't be now. And it's not, I'm managing it. I'm doing the things now that I need to do to make me well, and that's why I started out with the intermittent. Now, just, doing plant-based, no meat, is just the next step for, living. I'm enjoying life now. For a long time, it took me a long time to get to this point to where I can actually live a productive life and really doing some things that, I want to do, because I put so much on hold. I just stopped doing things and just really just, put my life, to the back of the line. And so some of the stuff I never did get to go back and pick up. So now I'm going back, and I've picked up, some things that I've was born to do. And that is, to be an entrepreneur, to do work for myself, and to, just be productive and live a stable life. And for a long time, my life was just unstable, and it took me a long time to try to get this thing together and pull it all together. And so now I have pulled it together. I'm just dealing with this arthritis. I have arthritis all in my body. You see my thumbs? You see these little knots on my thumbs? This one and then on this one really it stiffens up. It's straight as a board sometimes. Now I can move it because I'm doing exercises that's helping me. My neck is all in my neck. I have degenerative disc, spinal stenosis, and so now that I've got my knee and my hip, repaired, I can feel, because all of this stuff was hurting at the same time, mind you not. I was in a tremendous amount of pain, and a lot of times I was doing it without pain medication. I was using a lot of topicals and patches, and um, I am a recovering cocaine addict. So look, I haven't had cocaine in my body in 30 years. So it's a fight for me to, they always want to give you a prescription and with pain pills. It's like they want you to get strung out, and it's just, I had a time with the doctors when I had these surgeries, especially with this knee surgery. It was the worst. So they gave me some pain medication that was very, very strong. And not only, did I not like, it, what it made, it had me so bound up that, it was the worst feeling. And so at that point I said, I ain't taking no more of this. We're going to have to do something different, because the pain was unbearable to the point that I had to do something. I had to take something to kind of help ease it, and to be able to do the things I needed to do to get through it, which was physical therapy, and that was very hard to do. It was very inflamed. It was inflamed before he done the surgery, so my knee was swollen so bad. It was as if my body was rejecting, the new knee, and it was swollen so big. Even when I went to physical therapy, I couldn't do physical therapy, and it was hurting so bad. And so I had to make a decision not to go back. They were hurting me. I don't think it's good for us to go, and because I kind of saw the treatment was totally different. And so I'm not going to be mistreated anymore by anyone. So therefore, YouTube, I've healed a lot through YouTube, through many things. And so I use YouTube for a lot of things. I've used YouTube for my rehab and for my physical therapies and for everything that I've needed, to get by. And, so I'm just not going to let anyone, abuse me anymore in any type of way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. If it don't feel good to me, then it ain't right. So that's my cue to exit. So I just wanted to come here. I'm coming back, guys. I'm coming back. I'm coming with my podcast. We're just gonna talk about. I ain't trying to be like, no big, superstar from them, but we're just coming and talking about and sharing some things about our health, especially with women, and that it just does not hit us older women, but it's also really dominating our young women. And it comes from, not, really getting the correct, guidance that we need as women, and what we should do and should be doing with our bodies. And it's a lot to that. And so I'm just thankful to God that I'm still here and still alive to be able to, turn some things around, because I have, people that I know that wasn't able to do that. And some of their sicknesses took them out of here. And that has been and will be my motivation for those things not to be in my life. And so that's why it is my drive, to stay alive, because really these are the best days of my life, and I'm just making some, some changes. And I'm taking it one day at a time in order to do that, and allowing God to, hey, walk with me through this thing, because I'm not going to be able to do any of it without him. So I'll be back. I have a young lady that is possibly going to be my first guest, and we're going to talk about our health. And she has some health things going. She's not even 30 yet, and she's dealing with a lot of health issues. And I'm going to have her come in, and we're going to talk a little bit about, the things that we're dealing with. And it just, like I said, it all just, just really boils down to us, what we putting in our body. You know what I'm saying? What we eating, how much we can pretty much eat anything we want, but we have to be consistent with what we're doing, and and just not eat, overdo it. I can think back down the years. We've had so many functions and holidays. We cooked so much food, had so much food, and we didn't need all of that. We just cooking all that stuff. And the more food you cook, the more you're gonna eat. So it was just really, really, I have family members are not here for doing a lot of that, not doing right and then not fixing it. Guess what? I'm not gonna be that one. I'm gonna fix mine. I thank God for the opportunity, and He's walking me through this thing, with the research. Research is important. Research your medications they giving you, research. And if it has a lot of side effects, it's gonna, add to, you can tell them, look, we need to find something else, because this is not helping. This is not gonna help. This gonna add something else. And so if you're someone like me to have a lot of stuff going on, fibro, arthritis, and your bad neck and back, and now and it's just a lot. Bad diseased blood, anemic, and just the list goes on. But I am managing it, and I'm getting back. But I just can't do everything I used to do. So I'm okay with that. I have accepted that, and I'm doing the things I can, and I'm going to do them well. Okay. So I'll be back. I'll be back talking more, about my health journey, and how it's going and improving, because I intend to improve, not get any worse, but to get better and better day by day. So stay tuned. I'll be back real soon. Okay, because I'm back moving around. I'm driving again from knee surgery. I still using my cane to, kind of get around a little bit, so I won't put too much pressure on it when I'm out and about. So just stay tuned. There are going to be more of me. So just, hey, be prepared to get sick of me.